Week 2 starts tonight, guys. We got the Steelers playing against the Ravens. Couple of notes I wanted to point out going into tonight's game. Ravens side of the ball. Main thing we want to watch here is what happens with this mess they have at running back now with no Ray Rice on the team. Obviously, whoever the starter is going to have a tremendous fantasy impact, and we want to make sure we grab that guy while it's still early. So pay attention to this game. Bernard Pierce, he's the incumbent, knows the offense a little bit better than the rest of them. But obviously Justin Forsett last week looked really, really good. And the one guy who I find very intriguing in that backfield is Lorenzo Taliaferro. I think if Pierce stumbles again, I think it's Taliaferro that actually sees the bigger workload. So just a guy to remember, and I have actually picked him up in several of my fantasy leagues because I think eventually as the season wears on, he becomes the guy for them. And then another guy on the Ravens side, Dennis Pitta. Last week he had 15 targets, 10 receptions for 83 yards, and going up against those Steelers, the Steelers last week, they let up 90 receiving yards to the Browns tight ends. So I could see similar numbers coming this week for Dennis Pitta. Looks like another nice fantasy game for him here. And then Steelers side of the ball, last week the Ravens actually allowed 110 total yards to a pass-catching running back in Giovanni Bernard. And LeVeon Bell is that similar type of mold of Giovanni Bernard. Obviously a little bit bigger, but is that dual threat, both running the ball and receiving. So I think we see over 110 total yards tonight for Le'Veon Bell. He seems to be well immersed in that offense for the Steelers, and it seems like they want to utilize him a lot this year. So watch for Le'Veon Bell. I think he's going to put up top 5 potentially fantasy numbers this week. And that's all I got for you guys today. Have fun enjoying watching the game tonight. Subscribe below to get my daily fantasy updates, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter @MarcusCatkin.